Some pretty good volume on a few of these. Got some decent volume coming in. Let's hope that the market is kind to us today. Darn good. Good morning. Kathleen, good morning. Over on YouTube. Oh my goodness. I am so ready for spring to get here. I'm ready. Hopefully everybody up north has a nice white Christmas. Gets lots of snow. CMCT is trying to push up. Let's see if CMCT can give us a Merry Christmas here. AZI is up about 43% from Friday. DVLT is up on a press release this morning. VMAR's up a little bit with some decent volume. CMCT obviously is pushing up at the moment. Please take a look at it. Jumped up here. It's up about 27%, sitting at $4.10 on the ask right now. Pinky, good morning. Sheila, good morning on YouTube. Good morning. We're going to give Traveling Trade Adventures, we're going to give them some 7 o'clock press releases. What a beautiful day here it was yesterday. My gosh, it was the weather was just perfect. Blue skies. It was up near 80, I think. It was just an absolute perfect day in Central Florida. Just gorgeous. JR, good morning. Carrie, good morning. Couldn't have asked for better weather yesterday. Good morning. Hopefully we have some of our TikTok friends that have joined us here this morning for the 7 o'clock press releases. We're just getting started here. We still have a few more minutes to go to get ourselves ready. One and only Vicky, good morning. It is Christmas time. Everybody have their Christmas shopping done, I hope. Mine is easy. I just do gift cards. It's hard to buy when your kids are adults. It's kind of hard to, especially boys, when they're grown men, what can you get them that they don't already have, if they want something, if there's something they need or something they want, they already have it. They've already bought it. So it's kind of tough, but gift cards always work great because then they can go out and spend it on whatever they want. CMCT, I hope you're still watching this one. Please tell me that you're watching CMCT. Creative Media. Cash works good. Cash always works. No more gifts for the adults, just the grandchildren. Yeah, it gets harder when they get older. I like to give my kids a little something, even though they're adults. I've only got 3, so it's a little bit easier. Now, my folks, it was us kids, and then it switched to just the grandkids until they were 18, until they graduated high school. And then it was the grandkids, just the grandkids. And, but my folks have, between grandkids and great grandkids, I think they're up around 35, 40. So there's a bunch. And they don't buy gifts for everybody anymore. It's just, there's too many. Too many. Turned 60 over the weekend. Dan turned 60 over the weekend. Happy birthday, Dan. Let's say happy birthday. Let me type in happy birthday here so the cakes start flying. There we go. Get those cakes flying. Type in happy birthday. The big 6-0 twin CMCT 398 to 464. Great trade already this morning for the Wolfpack. Look at that. Beautifully done, twin. Happy birthday. Big 6-0. Oh my gosh. It's all downhill from there. It's all downhill. Oh, happy birthday. Do we have any other birthdays coming up this week? Yeah, he's definitely in the old man's club now. Dan is in the old man's club. Vicky, good morning. CMCT. I'll keep saying that. You guys keep watching that one. CMCT. Life gets better when you get older. I know you probably don't believe that, but it does. It gets much better. Welcome, Traveling Trade Adventures, to our Wolfpack pre-market press releases. Glad to have you along with us. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and join us. We're going to be live on Traveling Trade Adventures all this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Market closes early on Wednesday, and then it's closed on Thursday, obviously, and then back again on Friday. So we'll be live here on Traveling Trade Adventures at 6:45, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then we'll be back to our normal schedule again. My first granddaughter was born a week ago. I'm only 53. What did you wait on? Scott, congratulations on the new grandbaby. Boy, a lot of great milestones happening here with the Wolfpack this week. This is great. Good morning. All right. Well, I don't know what this week will bring us. Hopefully we get that Santa rally that everyone always talks about this week. I hope. Today I hit 56. Rob, today is your birthday? We have another birthday in the house here. My gosh, let's get those cakes flying. Let's get those cakes flying. For Rob. Rob's the big 5'6" today, 56. Happy birthday. That's 2 birthdays this week. 2 birthdays in one day. That is awesome. Well, thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. We do appreciate that very much. Our adventures are going to begin very soon, and I'm getting things ready for in the RV, getting some things touched up and fixed and repaired, and going to be taking it in for an oil change here soon and getting it ready to go. I am really excited to get out on the road. Gosh, 2 birthdays in one day. That's awesome. Oh, well, welcome to the Wolfpack pre-market callouts. We're live on Zoom every morning. We're live on Traveling Trade Adventures this morning. Santa is ready to go, ready to hand out those gifts here this morning at 7 o'clock if we get some good news, hopefully. And Tyler made it to the Keys. Tyler is down in the Keys, Florida Keys. Hopefully the weather is beautiful for you down there and you have a really great visit. That's going to be awesome. I missed going down there. The KOA down there in Sugarloaf. For any of you RV folks watching, that KOA down there in Sugarloaf Key, it's about 30 minutes shy of Key West. So it's the furthest south KOA in the United States. And it's a really immaculate little place. It's really cool. It used to be kind of run down and dumpy. And then they had a hurricane that blew through there and wiped it out. I mean, just completely tore it up. And they redid the entire park. I'm talking roads, the sites, the clubhouse, the bar, the pool. I mean, everything got completely refurbished. And it is nice. It's one of the nicest KOAs there is. In terms of environment and vibe, it's pretty cool. It's expensive. It's probably one of the more expensive KOAs out there, but everything's expensive down in the Keys, so you can almost expect that. I'm in the West Coast, and we were supposed to have an atmospheric river downpour over Christmas, 5 to 10 inches of rain. Holy cow. That is crazy. Yeah, Chawi, that KOA is really nice. The bathroom facilities, the buildings, the showers and all that, they're all brand new. And they're just wonderful. Just wonderful. I don't see any news on CMCT. Maybe Big B could help us out with that. Was there some news on that one? Alex, good morning. That's definitely going to be one of my stops when I'm out traveling the country, is down in the Keys. It's going to be a great little trip. I love it down there. CMCT, here we go, 7 o'clock. Let's see what the market throws out here. Okay, nothing there. Let's see what Santa can throw out here. Completes patient enrollment. Looking to see what's moving. VELO. secures Department of War contract for $32 million. INDV announces their inclusion in the S&P Small Cap 600 index. Class action lawsuit, a lot of class action lawsuits there. TNMG announces early success in AI content licensing revenue. And of course, I know you're watching CMCT. Oliver, good morning. Trapper, good morning. Let's see, what else? Pharmaceuticals completes patient enrollment. Yeah, we'll mention it. AVIR completes patient enrollment in a phase 3. That's kind of fluffy news. It's not generally the news that'll get one going there. A lot of class action lawsuits that popped up here. Of course, VELO. So far, 7, that's probably the best one we've gotten. VELO. That one was they announced they have a new contract with the War Department for $32 million to eliminate critical defense manufacturing bottlenecks. The rest of these look like class action lawsuits. Let's take a look at VELO and let's see if that's going to push up, down, sideways. Let's see which way that's going to go. All right, so far, now VELO has a 7.2 million public float. It has 1.1 million shares shorted on it. So not a bad float. Decent amount of shorts there that could squeeze a little bit. Looks like it went from $10.85 ish to 13 pretty quick. Pulled back, sitting at 12.47 right now. So we'll see if that gets a little pump up. It's got a decent float on it, so it definitely could move up. AZI, remember AZI from this morning? That was on the list here this morning. Let's take a look at that one, see how that one's moving. AZI pushing up just a little bit, isn't it? We had that one last week, AZI. That has moved up beautifully. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. 24 Meats, good morning. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's going to be a good year. This next year is going to be amazing. Really amazing. I'm confident in that. All right, let's go check out VELO again. I'm going to keep an eye on that, see if that gets a pump on that news. VMAR, let's take a look at VMAR. 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 Vision Marine, it's a 32-cent stock. It's moved up quite a bit here from early pre-market. From that 25-cent range, it's up to 32 now, 33. VMAR. That has a 3.2 million public float, so that has a really nice float on it. Vision Marine. Matt, good morning. So we've got a few of them moving up here this morning. AZI, VMAR's trying to push up, VMAR, VELO is kind of going sideways at the moment. DBLT, let's look at that one. DVLT, that one's pulling down. Might be trying to curl back up here. DataVault AI is the name of the company. Good Merry Christmas. Good morning. Please answer me. 24 meets. I said, what are you talking about? We're calling out stocks and press releases in pre-market here. We're giving out all the press releases as they pop up, with the hopes of being able to take a really good trade on a nice press release. That is the goal here. Sun, SUUN. They say a $41 million transaction accelerates power bank growth strategy. Not seeing that one move on that at all. So let's go back now and look at AZI. AZI now at 473, still pushing up. Nice, 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 nice. VMAR still hanging in there at 33. Maybe get a little bit more pump out of that. CMCT may or may not be trying to push back up. I'm not sure about that. Let me switch over here and share a different screen with you. We will pull something different up here. There we go. All right, let's take a look at AZI together. So we've got AZI trying to push up. No press releases yet. VELO is the best one we got at 7, and it is pushing. Come on, keep going. It's got a decent float on it, so it's trying. Yeah, you can't see my screen on here. I'm doing YouTube through my cell phone right now. All of our trading community can see it on Zoom. We're right in the middle of a Zoom meeting. VELO. Ooh, took a big dump there. Somebody just dumped a bunch. All right, let's pull up another scanner here. Broaden our horizons. I'll tell you what, when I go out in the RV trading live from the road out there with you guys, I'm going to miss my screens. I'll tell you that. I've got several that I set up in my mobile trading setup, but they're not as big as these monitors, so I get a lot less information. CMCT trying. AZI hanging in there. So scanning back down through all the press releases that came out at 7 o'clock, I'm not seeing any of them that are moving. So we'll continue to watch AZI. HXHX. What's going on there? HXHX. HXHX. Hickson Holdings. Got a little bump on that from 35 cents to 57 cents, and then pulled back to 43 cents. So that one got a little bump there out of nowhere. Might have to keep an eye on that. That one has a 2.4 million public float. So another small float stock there with that one. HXHX. Steve, you got your RV set up identical to the home office area. That's nice. Maybe not maybe, definitely, if I ever decide to upgrade on my RV, which I may at some point, I'm quite certain. I'm definitely going to shop around until I find one that provides me with a mobile workspace that's bigger than the one I have, so that I can sort of upgrade some of my monitors in my mobile trading station. What I have now works perfectly. I don't have to upgrade, but it's always nice when you can add a little bit to it and enhance what you have a little bit. Good morning. Yes, I'm in Florida. You're from India. Nice. I am in Central Florida. We're not going to have any snow this year for Christmas. Santa can't bring any snow. Celine, good morning. I also have a big TV, flat screen TV, just above my dinette set in my RV, and I can plug into that and add another big, massive monitor there, use it as a monitor. But problem with it is it's kind of like right up to the side above my head, so I have to constantly trying to, it's not real convenient, but it works if I wouldn't need it. HXHX, the one I mentioned to you, it's pushing up again. Not sure what's going on with that one. I don't see any press releases on that, but it is pumping up a little bit. Craig, thank you. Yeah, I'm looking for ideas, man. I truly wanted people to watch that video that I just posted on YouTube to get some ideas, some hacks. I've taken the RV out on week-long trips, weekend trips, but I've never had it out for 3, 4, 5 months at a time and lived in it for that long. And when you live in a smaller space like that, you definitely need some storage hacks and things for the freezer and the fridge, and storage hacks, bathroom storage, and equipment for the outside, camping equipment. And there's so much involved in it. And me being a complete newbie, I call myself a newbie because even though I've been out in it, for a few weeks at a time, I don't know everything there is to know about RVing, trust me. So I really was truly, sincerely wanting people to comment on the video and say, hey, make sure you do this. Make sure when you go out, you do this. Make sure you have one of these, buy this tool, because you're going to need it. And, when it comes to like dumping the septic and the water and filters, and I have a bunch of that stuff, but I know there's better ways to do it. than what I'm doing it. I know there is, and I know some really experienced RVers out there have got those secrets, and I was really hoping they would share those with me. All right, let's take a look at VELO again. This is the one with the government contract. Pumping back up. It's really trying. It's back up. Let's see, 17%. It's back up to 1272. Took a dip all the way down to 1211 and then just pumped back up to 1272. So let's keep an eye on it. It's got a press release and it's got a relatively small float, 7 million public floats. Not bad. That's not bad at all. So by all means, can you share your chart screen? Not this morning because I can't this morning because I don't have time to do it. But I think this afternoon I'm going to look into going live through YouTube Studio and see if I can figure out a way of doing that on YouTube. I'm sure I know there's a way to do it. I know. I'm just not real terribly experienced on YouTube, so it'll take me a little bit, but I'll try to do that for tomorrow. See if I can get my screens up so you can see them for YouTube. So all you experienced RVers, hit that video up and leave me some good hacks. Been hearing a lot too about really cool apps to put on your phone for RVing, like Harvest Host and a number of them. Gas cards. There's apparently there's cards you can get for discounts on gas. Just there's so many really cool ideas to make RVing a little bit cheaper. And those are the kind of ideas I need to start making a list of, and I definitely need help with that. It's going to be quite the adventure. Upside. VELO trying really hard here to push up. Let's go back and look at CMCT again. CMCT, boom. How many of you are playing that? Come on. CMCT just popped up to 475. 1 minute we're at 403. The next minute we're at 475. Beautiful. Let's see. CarMax. We got a class action lawsuit. Ruru, one of our Wolfpack members, $3.99 to $4.44 on CMCT. Good trade. Good solid trade there. Look at that. We just hit 505 on CMCT. Nice. Wolfpack's making money already this morning. Let's hope that one keeps going. DVLT. We haven't looked at that one in a minute. Let's see where that one's at. Data Vault. Not really doing anything. Just going sideways at the moment. AVTR, class action lawsuit. CMCT. Come on, baby. Come on. We hit 506. Let's see if we can push back up again. What a pop on that. Look at that 5-minute candle on CMCT. Isn't that a beaut? 394 to 506 on that 5-minute candle. That's nice. That was a nice pump. DVLT, they put out a press release this morning at 4 o'clock this morning that they had an issue of 2 U.S. patents. Advancing blockchain-driven content licensing and tokenized monetization. So 2 patents is what's driving that one. MacDude CMCT 409 to 489. Nicely done. Ho, ho, ho. Beautifully done. Good trade. It's a good, quick trade. Remember, we're not here to fall in love with these stocks. We're not long-term investing with these stocks. We're just trying to grab some news or grab some momentum plays on some low float stocks and just make a quick trade. Scalp off 40 cents a share, 50 cents a share, $1 a share if you can get it. But just nice little quick trades. Get in. Let it pop a little bit, get out, lock in your profit, say Merry Christmas, and move on to the next one. All right, let's see if AZI is moving again. AZI is trying, bless its heart, it is trying to move up a little bit. It's trying to recover off of that ugly little pullback. All right, 7:23 Eastern time right now. We're going to get another big round of press releases at 7:30. So hopefully you can stick around for the 7:30 press releases. We do get press releases that trickle in between the half hours, but not very many. Every once in a while, we get a real good one that trickles in between the half hour mark. But we get the biggest dump of press releases that hit the market right on the half hour, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9. And that's the times that we are live on Zoom every single morning. That's the best Christmas gift I ever got. Seriously, thanks. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad you were with us this morning to catch that. All right, let's go back and look at VELO. We haven't looked at that one in a minute. Boom. Look at that. 1324. Pretty nice. That was just down at $12.11 just a few moments ago, and now it's just hit 1338. Not bad. Not bad at all for the Wolf Pack this morning. It's kind of fun calling these out on these press releases and watching them do so good. Let's hope that one continues to pump up throughout the morning. We'll keep an eye on it, see if it continues to trend upward, see if the lows continue to get higher and higher. For anybody that's still holding on. Helen, good morning. We all need a good Christmas gift this morning, don't we? AZI going sideways. It tried to recover, but it's having a little bit of difficulty. Magdude, I made $26,000 with you in 2025. But this $700 profit on CMCT was the best ever. That is awesome. That is awesome. Magdude, Jaloo, thank you for letting me know who you were, because I wouldn't have put those two together. That is amazing. Made $26,000 with the Wolfpack in 2025. And made $700 this morning on CMCT. That was his best trade ever. That's awesome. That makes my heart happy. That was the best Christmas gift I've gotten so far. So thank you for that gift. That was beautiful. CMCT trying to recover. Come on. We need to get that back over 5. Yes, base hits. For all you baseball fans out there, I like to use the analogy that you don't have to hit a home run every single time on these stocks or a grand slam. Base hits is what wins the game. If you're a baseball fan, you know that to be true. Base hits. You got to get a base hit. And these stocks, when we jump in, write it up a little bit, jump out. We're not looking to make millions of dollars on a trade. We're just looking to lock in some good profit and get out. Those are base hits. And over time, those base hits add up pretty good. I am solving some problems overseas and will be back in February 2026 with the Wolfpack. Awesome. Looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. All right, let's go look at VELO again. We just wicked up to 1343. Let's see if this has got any more push in it. All right, we've got 1 minute to go until those 7:30 press releases hit the scanner. So let's take a sip of coffee and get ready for that. Oh, my goodness. Okay. AZI trying to push again. All right, you guys watch the big ones, the AZIs, VELO. We're going to continue to watch CMCT and see if it can recover. Okay, let's see. We got 730 ABVE, ELAB, Microfloat, ELAB, achieves global recognized AS9100 certification for aerospace, defense, and space manufacturing, exploring future humanoid robotics integration. Now, that's not typically the kind of news that will push a stock up, but that is good news for them. That's not easy to get AS 9000 certification. There's a lot of work that goes into that. That's really good for them. I'm very proud of them for doing that. But it's not the kind of news that typically will push a stock up. But it is a micro float. Now, what do we know about micro floats? We know we have to keep an eye on micro floats. ELAB, 675,000 public float. Attention, food ingredients, not lease properties declare special dividend. Oh my. NLOP, Net Lease Office Properties, declares a special cash distribution of $5.10 per share. That's pretty hefty. That's pretty hefty. All right. So CMCT, that was all the press releases we got at 7:30. We only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total so far. EBV, ingredients, declare special dividend, investigation, class action lawsuit, project, class action lawsuit. SIDU. Let's take a look at SIDU. SIDU, Citus Space or Citus Space Inc. That one popped up a little bit the last couple minutes, but I don't see any news on it. 35 million public float. Okay, so let's go back and look at CMCT, still pulling down. VELO pulled back. AZI hanging in there. It's hanging tough. It's trying really hard to hang in there. HX pulled back. VMAR pulled down. Looks like everything is pulling back here at the moment. SIDU, the one I just gave you, that one is trying to push up at the moment. Looks like everything else is kind of pulling back a bit. SIDU is pushing up, but let's look at CMCT. CMCT going up, back up again. Wow. Well, that thing is just bipolar here this morning. My goodness. CMCT trying again. This is the 5-minute chart that you're looking at. Look at that thing trying to push back up. I wonder if we'll break that high up there at 506. That would be nice. So 7:30 really didn't provide us with anything spectacular. All kind of fluffy news with nothing really that stands out. So we're just going to have to continue watching the ones that have been moving this morning, the ones we've had a little bit of success with here. I want to take a quick look here at ELAB, that micro float that had that little bit of news on it here this morning. See where that's at, what it's doing. ELAB, it is trying to push up again. The little micro float, ELAB. 675,000 public float, which is really small, or what I call a micro float. I don't know if that's the technical term for it, but I call it a micro float. If anything under $1 million. So just keep an eye on it. It's a micro float. We all know what happens to micro floats when they get some volume. Boom, they go bananas. So please keep an eye on it. When that news came out, it popped from $2.17 and spiked and ran up in the first 2 minutes. It went from 217 to 260, and it pulled back. It pulled back to 234. And over the last 4 minutes, it's gone back from 234. It's climbed back up to 256. Now it's pulling back again. But it's going to be very volatile with a small float like that. Very volatile. So there's going to be a lot of big swings up, swings down. Play it accordingly. But just know that if it decides to get some volume, we've only got 171,000 on the volume so far. 171,000. That's not very much at all. So very low volume so far. But like I said, if it decides to pick up, it's gonna run pretty nice. So, and I say that and the point of me saying it is to keep an eye on it. Not telling you to go jump into it. I'm just saying keep an eye on it. If it starts to go, you're going to want to know about it. Hollywood got it from 231 to 249. Nice, quick, solid trade there. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Lynn, I've got 275,930 on that public float on that one. That could be a big surprise, and we could see that blow from $2.40 up to $3 in a matter of a minute. I mean, it could really take off good and quick. So keep your eyeballs on it. Thank you guys for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. We do appreciate it very much. This week, we're going to be going live from 6:45 till about 9 o'clock. We'll give you the 7 o'clock news, 7:30, 8, 8:30, the 9 o'clock news, and then we'll say goodbye for the morning and continue on with our Zoom meeting. But we are very happy to have you here and appreciate you hitting the subscribe button. And once we hit the road, we'll start going live from the road, and not just stock trading. We'll go live if I'm out doing a little campfire someplace or visiting some really cool place. I'll go live here and share it with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have a blast. Okay. Maybe something will pop up here on the press releases. We have to keep an eye, very close eye on these scanners, because press releases do pop out on in between the half-hour marks, and we always have to be very mindful of that and keep our eyes on those scanners. We don't want to miss one when it pops up in the market. And I currently have my scanners set. Here's one, AMC. AMC Entertainment scores its biggest pre-Christmas holiday weekend since 2021, as more than 4 million moviegoers visited an AMC or Odeon Cinemas location from Thursday through Sunday. So apparently they had a good weekend. AMC. NMT super person on board of directors. Okay, there's nothing there. Let's take a look at AZI. Go back to our old faithful here, AZI. See what it's doing. Going sideways for the most part, but that's okay. It's not bad when they want to consolidate and just go flip sideways for a little bit. CMCT, NUWE, AZI, HX. We haven't looked at that one in a minute. HX was trying to pump back up there for a moment. Everybody got their Christmas shopping done? I hope so. ELAB pushing back up again. And I know you're all watching it, right? Everybody's watching ELAB, ELAB. Please tell me you're watching. Hopefully you got your Christmas shopping done. HXHX pushing back up. I was in the store yesterday. I was actually in a, what was it, a Dollar General? No, it wasn't Dollar General. Dollar Tree? One of them little discount stores. And I kid you not, they already had all their Christmas stuff gone and they were putting up Valentine's stuff. They were already putting up Valentine's, all the junk that you get at Valentine's Day. They already had all that stuff up already. All the Christmas stuff was gone. We haven't even gone through Christmas yet. Retail is crazy, man. So they're already pumping Valentine's Day. HXHX back to 45 cents, 45 and a half. ELAB floating sideways for the moment. Keep an eye on it. Now let's go back and look at AZI again, Old Faithful. This morning, back up to 461. I'm showing AZI with a 963,000 public float. I don't know what you guys are showing on your screens, but I've got it. Scans has it at 963,000. So micro float. Very volatile. Oh, let's see. Excuse me. I got my head on a swivel this morning watching those press releases. We do this every morning, even when I'm out traveling in the RV. I get up bright and early. We do pre-market trading live on Zoom with the Wolfpack every single morning. And then I hit the road. Okay, here's a couple more press releases. Class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit. MGX. MGX just popped up a little here. I don't see a press release on it. MGX, 27 million public float, 5% short interest. No news on it. I don't see any SEC filings. No SEC filings either. So just a little organic pump this morning. All right, let's go back and look at HXHX. Just pumped to 52 cents. For right now, Finley James, for right now, it's just me. $55 HXHX. You guys been watching that since we mentioned it? 59. It's up 68%. We just hit 59.97. Do you bring the cheerleader in the? No, darn good. Cheerleader has to stay at home. Let's see if that'll break 60 cents. HXHX, 59.6, 59.7. Oh, come on. Got really close there. Almost hit 60. That one has a pretty small float too. 2.4 million. We like those low float stocks. Those things really move nicely for us. They make for a good quality setup. When you get a nice low float with a press release, man, those can be beauties. Let's see. Got a couple more press releases popping up. Class action lawsuit. Premium pivot signals further margin expansion. Nothing there. 57. Waiting to see if HXHX is going to pop a little bit more here for us. I really want to see that thing pop through 60. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes, and we're going to have the 8 o'clock press releases. Now, there was a time when the 8 o'clock press releases were the best. It seemed like we always got the really amazing ones at 8 o'clock. That's changed. and I'm sure it was just coincidence, but for a very long time, it seemed like 8 o'clock was just throwing some real bangers out there, man. They just would go bananas on those. But things change. So we've got just a few more minutes, about 10 minutes, well, 9 minutes, and we'll get the 8 o'clock press releases that we can throw out there to you. Hopefully, some good ones. Oh, this is going to be a good week. It's already starting out pretty good. Already starting out well. Well, how many folks do we have here on Traveling Trade Adventures watching us live here are from TikTok? How many of you followed us over from TikTok? I tried to let everybody know last week that we would be on YouTube this week instead of TikTok. I wanted to make sure everybody could pop over and get these press releases. HXHX trying one more time for that 60. I hope it does pop over there. You guys are being awful quiet on YouTube. You guys are being really, really quiet. 58, 59. Come on. HXHX. Waiting for that pop. I want that thing over 60. 59.8. Come on. 59.5. Come on. Push right here. 59.9. 61. Nice. Boom. Right up through that 60 very quickly. Wicked up to 61.60 so quickly. Good morning. Did you see that iRobot is no longer being traded? Something went on with them last week. What was going on with them last week? Patricia, listening and learning. Kristen, good morning. Good morning. $61.7 now on HXHX. Chapter 11. That's what it was. Thank you, Wolfpack. Yeah, they did a Chapter 11 bankruptcy. 62 now on HXHX. That's right. And they're selling all their assets to the Chinese company who was their manufacturer. That's right. Now I remember. Thank you for refreshing my memory. You bought Bunch on Friday, and then Saturday they filed for Chapter 11. Yeah, they filed Chapter 11, and they're selling all their assets to a Chinese company, and it's the company that did all of their manufacturing for them. So, which was probably a smart move for that manufacturer to buy them up, but sucks that they had to do that. Seemed like they had pretty good profit margins. I don't never know what's going on behind the scenes, I guess. Okay, we've got 4.5 minutes, and we'll have the 8 o'clock press releases thrown out here to us. We're still watching ELAB, ELAB. We're watching HXHX. We did get it over 60 like we wanted. AZI still pulling down. It's trending down right now, so I'm not too happy about that. CMCT is trending down. VMAR trending down. VELO's hanging in there. It's hanging tough. JZXN. JZXN and another company signed a cooperation agreement to jointly explore and develop a $3 billion cryptocurrency custody business. JZXN. 1.3 million public float. JZXN. Look. Go look. And I'll look with you. Impressive. Is it going to keep going, or is it going to pull back here and give us a pullback opportunity? $1.3 million public float, not a bad float. So we just got a little pullback here to 222. Let's see where it goes. It jumped pretty quickly. As soon as that news came out, it went from $2 to $2.35 in extremely quick. So we've got it. It's kind of fluttering around right now. Let's see where it just finally decides to take off to, if it does. JZXN. $227, $230. Can't quite make up its mind. Pretty low volume so far, 149,000 shares traded. So it's not got a lot of volume. It's not flooding in like I would like to see. All right, we've got 1 minute to go. Thank you guys for hitting the subscribe button. I do appreciate that very much. Schwab won't let you buy that one. It says I have to call the broker to put the order in. Well, that sucks. Probably for the best at the moment. It's can't quite make up its mind where it wants to go. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, here's the 8 o'clock stuff. Let's see what pops up. HTI, second. Okay, you've got JZXN. VOYG. says they've closed their credit facility. QSI announces launch of a new version 3 library preparation kit. New person on the board of directors. PBI. Class action lawsuit. eLab. MEHA launches Kirkman's Skin, Beauty, and Anti-Aging Bundle, a science-backed approach to radiant, resilient skin. That's fluff. Okay. UAVS appoints Falcon UAV as master distributor for Asia Pacific region. That's also rather fluffy. JZXN at 242 now. Arnaz. Beach Bum got JZXN from 221 to 250. Good trade. Good, solid, quick trade there. In and out. I like that. SPAI unveils AI-powered threat detection and mapping algorithms for GPS-denied drone operations for U.S. Army exercises. That's on SafePro, SPAI. JZXN. Come on, baby. Now let's look at, so that was all of the 8 o'clock stuff. There really wasn't much in there other than JZXN, and that came out before 8 o'clock, just a few minutes before. But 8 o'clock really didn't throw anything out there of any significance. So let's go back now and look at the ones that have been pretty steady for us here this morning. Let's see, AZI pulling down, VELO down, VMAR trying to curl back up, CMCT trying to push back, HXHX. That one's all over the place. Launches Kirkman's Skin and Beauty, SPA, Arnaz. Hitting all the scanners here. JZXN. Let's go back and look at JZXN. That one's pulling down. Finley James got it from 230 to 249. Quick little trade. WBD. Carrie, have a great day. CMCT for Trapper, 435 to 450. Good quick trade. Wolfpack making some good, solid, quick in and out trades there, taking advantage of those. ADEA enters a long-term media IP license agreement with Disney. ADEA and Disney enter into a long-term media IP license agreement. SCNX. SCNX provides an update on the commercial launch of Rezunopi, a highest strength HCI life-saving opioid overdose emergency treatment approved by the FDA. So it's just an update on that drug. But take a look at it. 33 million public float on that one. SCNX. ADEA, again, provides a 2025 financial outlook. So posted their financials, ADEA. And that's in addition to the press release about that long-term media IP license agreement with Disney. That doesn't help. Let's take a look at that. 1513. So they've gone from $13.13 when that press release came out to $15.13. And it's back to $14.95 at the moment. Big spread on that one. Over $2 spread on ADEA. Be careful. Big spread on that one. SIDU. Let's go back and look at SIDU. 156 now. We just wicked up to 158. SIDU. It's all over the place. Arnaz. Elab has room to boom. Room to 4. All right. We're going to continue watching these. ADEA now at 1485. 1495. Did you guys go look at it? Doesn't have a lot of volume on it right now. 8,000 shares. There's not much traded there. And it's got about $1 spread, but the spread is tightening up a little bit. The bid is crawling up to meet the ask price. So buyers are starting to get a little bit more anxious to pick some up. The bid's coming up. And so is the ask. There's still only 9,000 shares traded, so it's not getting a lot of volume. And I know a lot of you love to have that volume come in, as you should. You like to have that volume. 14, 15, 20 now. It's moving up on very little volume with a $2 spread now. That bid was climbing up to meet the ask, and then it dropped, and now it's going back up again. 1678. Somebody just hit the ask price and popped it way up. Oh gosh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. When it's got that small of volume and there's a $2 spread, you don't want to hit that ask price. That because it only takes one person to sell into the bid and knock it right back down, and you're automatically $2 of share in the hole. That's not a good feeling. Spread's tightening up a little bit, but only because the ask is coming down a little bit. It'll be fun to watch this one, see where it goes. Arnaz, AZI. Let's take a look at our AZI again. 430. It's hanging in there. It's going sideways. It's hanging tough. Let's look at our HXHX 58 again. Trying to make a push it towards 60 cents again. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button, guys. I really appreciate that a bunch. Well, we'll see if we get some press releases that pop in here between 8 and 8:30. Oh, I got the hiccups now. Spread tightening up again on ADEA. We're up to 17,000 now on the volume. So it is coming in, but not very fast. Spread is tightened up to about 30 cents now. It was $2 spread a minute ago. Now it's only about 30-cent spread. At 15.28. The ask is rising. And it drops every time somebody sells into the bid. Ooh, the ask just jumped to 16.44. It jumped $1. And somebody's getting ready to hit it, I'll bet you. Somebody's going to buy a couple of shares at that ask price and spike that thing to over $16. You watch. Somebody that doesn't know any better is going to hit that thing. 16.43. Somebody just bought the ask price and spiked it to 16.43. Only to have it drop back down to 15.50. You can't do that, man. That is bad, bad, bad. Unless you're awful sure that thing's going up today. Oh, gosh. That's crazy. VELO. Let's go look at VELO again. Remember VELO that we told you about? Look at that now. Just hit 14.97. This thing started off at, well, at 7 o'clock, it was at $11.38. And we just hit 14.97. That's a nice trade. It was 1,290 shares at 16.43. Somebody was pretty darn sure that was going up. Okay, we got a couple more press releases popping in. Cohen, COHN, it's a micro float, announces a special cash dividend of $2 per share. Not bad. VELO, what happened? Boy, somebody somebody dumped on that one. Holy smokes. $30 million private placement. They just announced a $30 million private placement, and that stock got smacked. Holy cow. $30 million. The offering is led by $20 million investment from a new fundamental institutional investor, with additional participation from a large existing institutional shareholder. $8.25 a share. Total purchase price of $30 million. They got 3.6 million shares at a price of $8.25. So I would expect that one to drop. It's already back down now to $12. So institutional investor, good news, right? But they bought a bunch at $8, down in the $8 range. So that's the reason for that big, huge drop out of nowhere. Class action lawsuits, Arnaz, eLab. Will it recover? Is that a good dip buy? We just dipped down to $12.10, and it's already back to 12. It already went back to 13 again. Now it's fluctuating here a little bit. We'll see if it recovers. Yes, private offering, institutional investor at $8.25 a share. 3.6 million shares. So to be fair, they're at 7 million public float right now. So they increased it by 3 million. So it's still a small float company. It's still not an outrageous amount. You know what I mean? It's just fairly decent float still, even with that offering. So it's anybody's guess now where this is if it's going to find a bottom here in the low 12s and bounce back up from there, or if it's going to go down to where the offering price was at in the $8 range. Anybody's guess. We get some panic selling, it could drop, but people hold tight, it could bounce. All right, let's go back and look at HXHX. You remember that one? That one just hit 65 cents, $65.99, almost 66 cents. That's been a nice little climb up on that one as well from this morning. That one started off, that was down at 33 cents. 33 cents. It went to 65, almost 66. So almost 100%. It's up 78% right now. AZI pulling back. CMCT not looking terribly good there. SIDU trying to hang tough. It's pretty much the same stocks all morning long. VELO's down to 1185, 1160. We're getting a lot of sell-off on this now. Remember, the offering price, even though it was institutional investors, which is good, it's better than a public offering, but still, picking them up at $8.25. I just don't know how retail is going to respond to that. So far, they're not responding really well. They're not liking that too much. Everett, good morning. All right, we've got about 8 minutes, and we'll get the 8:30 press releases. Hopefully, you can stick around for those. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button to our channel. Appreciate that very much. We're going to try to do this every morning this week, except for Christmas, obviously. Market will be closed. But this week, all this week here on Traveling Trade Adventures, we're going to be live 6:45 in the morning, 6:45 Eastern time. That way we can do the 7 o'clock press releases, 7:30, 8, 8:30, and 9 for you. And hopefully throw out some good press releases. We never know from day to day what the market's going to give us. Some days we get just pounded with great press releases. Stocks running 100%, 300%, 500%. So just some amazing press releases. Other days, it's crickets. There's hardly anything at all. So it's real hit and miss on the press releases, but we're there diligently every single morning, waiting and hoping and being very diligent about watching for them. Pinky, one of our Wolfpack members, ADEA from 1506 to 1628. Nicely done. Pulled over $1 a share off of that. That's not bad. Look at it now. We just wicked up to 1685. Anybody else make money on that? Anybody else take a good scalp off of that? This thing was around $13 when that press release came out. And went to 1685 so far. 2 press releases. One on their working with Disney and the other one on their financial report. Just seconds apart. Oh my gosh. Well, we've had a couple here that have done pretty good. Excuse me. Still haven't gotten that press release that I really, really want, though. Still waiting for that real, just killer press release. Class action lawsuit. E-Lab's still going sideways. Let's take a look at HXHX again. Let's see where this is going. Again, trying to climb up. Trying. INDV says they have been added to the S&P Small Cap 600 Index. Good for them. That's awesome. ECI, still looking and watching. HXHX. Well, 70 would be a real milestone here on this stock, HXHX. It's climbed beautifully. It's up 81% so far for us. What a great way to start Monday morning. And we still have the 8:30 press releases and the 9 o'clock press releases. So we still might get that really nice one that I'm looking for. Oh my gosh. Well, what's the temperature outside? 56, 58, 58 degrees so far in Central Florida. Hopefully it'll warm up to around mid 70s today. And hopefully wherever you're at, it warms up just a little bit. And hope it snows for you on Christmas. It's always nice when it snows on Christmas. When I lived up north, that's all I really cared about in the wintertime. I didn't want snow anytime during the winter. But as long as it snowed on Christmas, and then after that, I was done with it. But unfortunately, that's not how it works up there and up north. Oh, excuse me. HXHX. Give us 70. That'd be a really nice milestone. Come on. Push, push, push. Oh my goodness. What's everybody trading this morning? You guys are being pretty quiet. Everybody's being awful quiet this morning. Tell Santa what you want for Christmas. But keep it family friendly. We don't need any of that. Went from up 800 to only 64. Oh, I hate when that happens, Big B. Been there many times. Lance said, "Nice try. I'm not sitting on your lap." No, we don't have to do that this morning. Waiting on SGBX to pop. KULR. Let's see. Stub, STUB, launches in OpenAI ChatGPT, one of the first ticketing platforms to offer discovery experience. HYMC, I'll come back to that one. VIVK signs a letter of intent to acquire Coyote Oilfield Services, expanding their integrated midstream capabilities. It's on VIVK. Clean Energy announces inspiration program. T. Stub. BMNR announces ETH holdings reach 4 million tokens, and total crypto and total cash holdings of $13 billion. That's on BMNR. KULR announces 6-month pause on the at-market equity offering program. SIDU awarded a contract under Missile Defense Agency's SHIELD program. SIDU. SIDU. We were already watching that one this morning. That was already on our watch. And now it's up to 166. Let's see how much it pumps on this news. KITT popping up. KITT. SIDU. Are you going to pop any more on that news? SIDU has a 35 million public float, has about 3 million shares shorted on it. KITT is up 18%. We just hit $1.03. Now it's back under. SIDU pushing up. It's up 49%, 50%. It's up to 175 now. Got any more in it before the pullback? Got about 16 million shares traded on this one so far this morning. We're up 50%, 51%, 54%. Come on. How much you got in there? How much gas is in the engine? Push, push, push. KITT, boom. Let's see where it's at. Mutter says boom on that one. It had a nice rip and then a nice pullback. Big B got caught in these low volume BS plays. Why would you do that? Hmm. Let's see. SIDU. Kit trying to push back up. We just went back up over a buck. $1.02 now. High of 104 there. Let's see if we can push up over 104 on KITT. SIDU now at 56%. Finley James 163 to 176 on SIDU. Nice little trade. Good little pop there. Yeah, I don't know how he's always very, very quick to complain about not, or tell everybody, don't trade low volume, wait for volume. And then says he got caught on low volume BS plays. That doesn't make any sense. He's the one always preaching not to do that. Ken, 158 to 180 on SIDU. Nice trade. Chawi, 160 to 172 on SIDU. Beautifully done. Up 62%. Come on, baby. 185. You guys making a play on that? PRZO. $188. We're up 62%. Could we get 100% banger out of that? 64%. Holy cow, this thing's gonna push towards 2. We just wicked to 193. Come on. Give us $2. 190. Come on. Don't stop now. Don't stop on us now. Come on. If you're in the money right now, keep it that way. That's all I need to say. If you're in the money, keep it that way. Do not get burnt if this thing decides to drop. If you're in the money, keep it that way. Even if it's, selling off 25% of your position or 50% of your position, scale out as it's going up. At the very least, that way you're locking in at least something, getting some profit off of your troubles. Let's see. Seed holds annual R&D operations conference. PRZO completes first live Defend Air demonstration in Europe. 191. Come on, baby. Give us 2. Give us $2 on that stupid thing. MTVA. Price requirements. MTVA says they've regained compliance with NASDAQ's minimum bid price requirement. It's a micro float. 725,000 public float. SIDU pulling back. Let's go look at HX again. HX not looking very impressive at the moment. PRZO press release: successfully completes first live Defend Air demonstration in Europe for senior NATO officers from multiple Western European countries. Right, let's go back here to SIDU. HX is trying, but there's a battle going on there. There's a lot going on with that one. It's having troubles. Now let's go back and look at SIDU. Back to 188. And I want to see a push on that one. 35 million public float. 2.9 million shorted. Almost 3 million shorted. $192. Come on, baby. Give us $2. Hit that $2 mark. It's up 64%, 65%. Come on, push. Merry Christmas. 66%. Come on. Come to Papa. TS won't let you buy HXHX. Yeah, that Schwab's been funny about that too here lately. They've been really blocking a lot of trades. Not letting you buy online. That's crazy. SIDU wants 5 today? Well, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on it then. Wouldn't 5 be nice? BGL, blue gold, trying. Well, it was trying. It's pulling back pretty aggressively at the moment. Did hit the scanner there for a couple of minutes and popped pretty good from 330 to 363, but then it's back to 330 already. I mean, that was a quick pump and dump for sure. Now it's going even lower, 321. All right, let's see SIDU. SIDU. Let's see what it looks like on a 5-minute chart. Not liking it on the 5-minute right now. It doesn't. We're going to need some volume here. see, PRZO, AGI. Oh, remember what I said on SIDU. If you're in the money, if you're green on that, keep it that way. Sign up behind you in your RV saying you are not a licensed financial advisor. That's true. Jimbo, 173 to 192. There you go. Now you got a little something. You can buy something and put it in your stocking. Now you got a little profit there for your stocking. Let's see. HXHX still at 56. AZI. Gosh, we haven't looked at AZI in a minute. AZI tried to curl, but it's not looking great at the moment. I thought for sure that SIDU was going to hit $2. But like I said, take your profits when you can get them. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Still watching ELAB from earlier this morning. It's trending down. It's been trending down since 7 o'clock. It popped at 7 when the news came out, but it's been trending down ever since. But I'm going to continue to watch it because it is a micro float stock and I know what they can do. All right, let's go back and look at SIDU. I don't want anybody getting burnt on this stock today. But remember, I am not a licensed broker and I am not a licensed financial advisor. And that means I can't tell you what stocks to buy, when to get in, when to get out, what you should be doing with your money. That's completely up to you. Your trade is your own. You take responsibility for your own trading. All I'm doing is throwing out the press releases, letting you know what's popping up on news in pre-market and letting you decide what you do with that information, giving you a heads up perhaps on some potential penny stocks that can run. And they're not all penny stocks. My scanners are set up right now for anything between 5 cents and $40. That's where I've got my scanners set up. So anything in between there is fair game. So it's not all just penny stocks. But penny stocks are the ones that run so hard in the morning on pre-market news. They're the ones that run 120%, 400%, 800%. So we like to pay attention to those when the news comes out. SIDU is trying. It would thrill my heart to death to see that go over $2 here. Rick says it wants 5. Mutter, is that you, Rick? 186 now, trying to go back up. Thank you guys for hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. We'll be on again tomorrow morning at 6:45. 6:45 Eastern time. If you're on the West Coast, that's really early in the morning. Even Central time, that's really early in the morning to be up trying to have your wits about you enough to trade stocks. But we got to be open when the market's open. So, and we're on the East Coast. Well, Eastern time zone. Oh my gosh. Not a bad morning. I wouldn't say this morning has been phenomenal by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not been terrible. It's just we've had a couple of stocks that have done pretty good. After hours, another opportunity for us. We'll be live on Zoom at 4 o'clock this afternoon, as always, when I can make it. As I've mentioned before, I try to do after hours on Zoom when I can. If I can't, I don't hesitate to cancel it in after hours. If I've got doctor's appointment or I'm on the road driving at that time frame and I can't do it, I don't hesitate to cancel it. So after hours, always remember, after hours is not a guarantee. After hours is not a set your watch by it kind of thing like pre-market is. And there might be an afternoon I just want to take off and hop on my wave runner and get out on the water. I am retired after all. One of these days I'll start acting like it. Not ready to do that yet. Yeah, I have get a lot of appointments when you get old. Oh, jeez, just desserts. Oh, let's see. PRMB, class action lawsuit. SITU still pulling down. AZI, let's go back and look at AZI again. Still not doing anything. HX, nothing. You know, we've really been watching the same 5 or 6 here this morning, all morning long. There's really been nothing else to speak of. We've had a couple of press releases that jumped up pretty good, but nothing really going crazy that we can get too terribly excited about. Maybe this afternoon and after hours we'll get a nice one, press release. And if not tonight, we got tomorrow morning all over again. Keep at it. I would be lost without you and the wolf pack. We would be lost without you, darn good. SIDU, come on. I really want that over 2 today. Really would like to see that push over $2. Maybe we'll get it. It's getting close to 9 o'clock, so we're just about done. We only got about 4 minutes to go here, and we'll get the 9 o'clock press releases. And after we read those, then we're going to say goodbye for the morning here on Traveling Trade Adventures and get back to our Zoom. Our Zoom meeting will last till about 9:30. But all this week, we're going to be right here with you on Traveling Trade Adventures from 6:45 in the morning until 9 o'clock. Except for Thursday, obviously, because we got ho, ho, ho going on Thursday. And the market's going to be closed. So maybe 9 o'clock volume will push us up on SIDU up over 2. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that thing pushes up here. It's holding up pretty good so far. It's holding tight. And if you haven't watched that video, the one I put up yesterday on Traveling Trade Adventures here, give it a look and comment some ideas for me on some hacks for RVing. Whether it's phone apps for gas or lodging or discounts on stuff, a great place to go to find that stuff, or kitchen hacks, storage hacks, anything that'll help me out. I'm going to be on the road for 3 or 4 months nonstop, trading in the morning, traveling in the afternoon, visiting, all kinds of really cool places, video, recording all of it, getting it out there on YouTube. And hopefully you guys can all join me on the adventure each week. And it should be a lot of fun, but I've never done it for that stretch of time. I've been out for a week here and there, but I've never done 3 or 4 months nonstop living in an RV. It's going to be quite the adventure. So I'm going to need all the help I can get. It's going to be fun, though. No matter what happens, good or bad out there, it'll get caught on camera, that's for sure. And no matter what happens, it's going to be fun. I can have fun even when things are going down the toilet. So I tend to find the humor in everything. Let's see, class action lawsuit. PRMB. Let's see, class action lawsuit. VBIX. Quantum X Labs announces provisional patent filing for quantum enhanced clinical trials technology. That's on VBIX. But it just dropped a little bit, so it's not big news. Chiefs, President's Club staff, Chief just months after joining. 8:59, 9 o'clock. Come on, 9 o'clock. Give us something here. All right. ANEB announces its intent to commence a self-tender offer. ANEB. Class action lawsuit. MDA QNTM LAES TWC Twin Peaks News Lodge to Omaha. Participate in class action lawsuits. ONMD. Wow. Nothing but class action lawsuits and a couple of really fluffy junk press releases. Let's see what ANEB is doing on this. Its intent to commence a self-tender offer. Today announced that the board of directors has decided to commence a cash tender offer as part of its plan to go private in lieu of a previously announced reverse stock split at a ratio of not less than 1 for 2,500 and not greater than 1 for 7,500. Voluntary self-tender consists of acquiring 300,000 shares at $3.50 per share. Right now it's at $2.43. The board believed that split was in the best interest of the company. Upon review and careful consideration, the board determined the costs of the proposed stock split now outweigh the benefits to the company and its stockholders. Abandon the reverse stock split and to commence a voluntary self-tender offer to purchase 300,000 shares at $3.50 in lieu of the reverse split proposal. The tender offer will aid the company in maintaining its number of stockholders at below 300, which is necessary for it to go into a private transaction. Class action lawsuit, inspection chief, class action lawsuit, OMNT, ZNB. ZNB popping up. Zeta Networks, ZNB. They put out a Form F3. Looks like an offering. Looks like a shelf offering. I would suspect that's going to come down, but looks like a shelf offering. ANEB pulling down pretty hard on that news. Prime, ONMD, CCX, MTVA. All right, let's go back and look at SIDU. Hey, I might get my $2 yet. I might get $2 out of that thing yet. We can hope. We can hope, right? It's surely pushing, man. It's trying really hard. We just hit 192. We're not too far off. 192. Come on, man. Give it to us. Looks like INHD is going to start trading today post split. They're coming off of a split today, reverse split. And also PRPH. From the looks of things. Although pre-market last price on PRPH is 90 cents. Come on. Everybody's waiting on $2 on SIDU. It's getting close, man. 194. It's getting close. Don't get greedy, though. Don't get greedy. $194, $195, $197. Is that good enough? Is 197 good enough? It's awful close to that too. 198. Come on, I just saw 198 hit the ask. That's awful close. It's awful close. All right. Well, we're going to say goodbye this morning here on Traveling Trade Adventures. Thank you guys for popping in with us. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. We'll be on again tomorrow morning, 6:45 right here, Eastern time, and throw out some pre-market press releases. So we hope you can join us for that. Until then, God bless. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. And we'll see you right after Christmas if you can make it. So you guys have a great day. God bless.